Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Let's begin chanting Japa with Srila Prabhupada. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयं मुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता एज इट इज की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। सामवेद गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to today's Srimad Bhagavatam for all session. Let us recite Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, text 31. Does anyone need to go first? So we'll just go in order. Achyut Priya Mataji is here. Oh, you need to go. Yes, Arunita. Okay, one second. Yeah, go ahead.
Mataji.
Yeah, Arunita wants to go first, Mataji, and then I'll call you. She needs to go.
Yes, no problem.
Hare Krishna. Shantim. Shashwat Shantim. I'm not able to hear you, Arunita.
Translation. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare boldly that my devotee never perishes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Achit Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Guru Maharaj, long lives to
Pranam
simple
Mataji.
devotees.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Mataji.
Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma, Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma, Saswat Chantim Nigachati, Kaunteya Pratijanihi, Name Bhakta Pranashyati. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, please.
Declare it.
Declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Achinta Dev Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All grace to Srila Prabhupada, all grace to the assembled devotees.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Prabhuji. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Please repeat, Prabhuji. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma.
Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma,
Shashvat chantim nigachati.
Sashvat Shantim Nikashati,
Kaunteya pratijanihi.
Kanteya Pratijanihi,
Name bhakta pranashyati.
Name Bhaktaha Pranashyati. Translation. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Aditi Lata Mataji.
Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Shipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shantim nigachati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next, Lokesh. Actually, Kalpesh Prabhu. Sorry. Kalpesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Prabhuji. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhu.
Shipram bhavati dharmatma, shashvat shantim nigachati, kaunteya pratijan janihi, name bhakta pranashyati. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it that my devotee never perishes. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Lokesh.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Guru Maharaj.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Shipram bhavati dharmatma sasvachantim nigachati kaunteya pradijanehi name bhakta pranashyati. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Prabhupada Guru Maharaj.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma, Shashvat Chantim Nigachati, Kaunteya Pratijanehi, Name Bhakta Pranashyati. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Shipram bhavati dharmatma satvam nigachati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare boldly that my devotee never perishes. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Priyanka Mataji. Next.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Please
Yes,
accept
Mataji.
my humble obeisances.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Vipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat shantim nigacchati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashti. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes.
Yes, thank you. Sri Radhe Shravani Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम जय श्रील प्रभुपाद
Dandavat Pranam.
क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा सस्वच्छान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Narsimha Lila Chaitanya Prabhu and Suvarnangi Mataji. Whoever is ready first.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा
Shantim.
सस्वक्षान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानाति न
Jani.
मे भक्त
Janihi.
कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्त प्रणश्यति. Translation. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Suvarnangi Mataji.
Dandavas pranam Sarvasya Srila Prabhupada.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा शाश्वत शान्तिं निगच्छति कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि न मे भक्त प्रणश्यति. Translation. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare boldly that my devotee never perishes.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Surat.
9.31. Dharma Shashad Transit Nigachati Kankaya Purijanati Namaya Bhakta Pranashati. Translation. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes.
Thank you.
It's not there, Mataji.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. So did everyone recite? Did anyone not recite yet? I think everyone has recited. Bhagavad Gita 9:31. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvachantim nigacchati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhaktah pranashyati. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. So just quickly on the last line, Name Bhakta Pranashyati. Kaunteya Pratijanihi Name Bhakta Pranashyati. Krishna is telling Arjun that Arjun, there are many people who do kutarka. You know kutarka? Tarka means argument. Kutarka means they are bent upon their arguments, like dogmatic, you can say. They just want to keep arguing. So their point is that somebody does sinful activities and he continues on, because remember one reason I said kshipram means immediately, and bhavati means he's doing. So immediately he's becoming purified, and again he's doing what? He's doing durachara, and after doing durachara, or while doing durachara itself, he's repenting and he's getting purified, and again he's doing. Why he is doing like this? We can take that maybe the Lord is giving it to him to bring him to help him advance in his Krishna consciousness, or because he has loka parampara jata shraddha. You can take for whatever reason he's doing. But Krishna's point is you should consider him a sadhu because he's doing Ananya Bhakti. But these people of Kutarka, right, dogmatic, argumentative type of people, they will say, no, the Shastras don't permit this, we don't accept this. So Krishna is telling Arjun, my dear Arjun, you go to the assembly of these Kutarkas, These people who just gather together to discuss and argue on these points, saying that no, that person cannot be a devotee. We cannot accept him as a devotee. Go to that assembly, and there, first to get their attention, you raise your hands like this, get their attention, and even you beat on a drum, right? Danka, you beat on that to get their attention, and then you announce it boldly. A devotee of Krishna will never perish, like this. And because you are a devotee, you are an Ananya Bhakta, you have that confidence. And when you go and announce like that, because of your association, they come in your association, of pure devotees association, they hear from you, and they will accept you eventually by listening to you, by coming in your association, by your mercy, they will become your disciples. They will accept you as their guru. And this is the only way they can even get delivered. So you go and announce in that assembly. Like this, Krishna is telling Arjuna. So here one question is, why Krishna cannot go and announce himself? Why he's telling Arjun to go and announce? This is also very sweet. See, when Krishna makes a promise, he's saying, like, declare it means this is a promise, right? Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. You go and you make this pratigya, right? You make this pratigya, make this pledge. A devotee of Krishna will never perish. Like this, you go and you make this pledge in front of everyone. Why Krishna himself is not saying? He can say, right? Like so many places in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjun, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami. I will deliver you from all your sinful activities. Right? Just surrender unto me. So many places in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjun like this. Why Krishna is not personally going and telling these Kutarka people? Why he is not making that statement himself? Why he is telling Arjun to make that statement? The point is, Krishna is thinking that if I make a statement or I make a pratigya, and my devotee also makes a pratigya, let's say, then because if you give a word and if you cannot keep your word, that means you become small, isn't it? You become small in that situation. That means it's like you fall from your position. When you make a promise and you're not able to keep your promise, you become uh, embarrassed and you actually lose your position. You become a smaller person when you actually make a promise and you're not able to keep that promise. And Krishna cannot tolerate to see his devotees ever becoming embarrassed or becoming smaller or losing their position. Krishna doesn't care for his own position, but when a devotee says something, under all circumstances, Krishna will try to keep that word because he cannot tolerate to see his devotees ever being embarrassed or losing their position. So, therefore, if you remember in Mahabharata, in the battle of Kurukshetra, Arjun, I'm sorry, uh, Krishna took a vow. I will never pick up any weapons. I will not fight in this battle. Krishna took a vow before the battle started. And one fine day, Bhishma Dev also took a vow. I will force Krishna to take weapons, otherwise I'm going to kill Arjun tomorrow. So both of them are in the battlefield. Bhishma Dev is a devotee of Krishna. Bhishma Dev took a vow. I will make Krishna pick up his vow. I mean his weapon. And Krishna also took a vow. I will not pick up any weapon. He had taken that vow. But between his vow and Bhishma Dev's vow, Krishna doesn't care becoming small himself or going back on his word. He doesn't care. But his devotee's word should never become false. This is Krishna's love for his devotee. So therefore, even though Krishna took up a vow, still he picked up a wheel and he rushed at Bhishma Dev. That means he went back on his own word, but he made sure that his devotee's word was kept. Krishna is thinking like this. This is my nature, what to do? He's Bhakta Vatsala. I cannot tolerate to see my devotees ever being, seen as false, as liars. I cannot. So I will make their word come true at any cost. Therefore, it's better that my devotee makes this pratigya because then I will never let it fail. But if I myself take this vow and if somebody else, my devotee says something, then Under some circumstances, I may not keep my vow. Therefore, let Arjun make this pledge. That's why Krishna said, Arjun, you go and you declare it. And one last point on this verse, and we'll conclude on this verse, is that ultimately, what is it that Krishna trying to say by this verse? That once a person takes to Ananya Bhakti, he will be protected under any circumstances. There's no question that he is not protected, right? But if you do jnana, if you do karma, if you do ashtanga yoga, maybe not. Success is not guaranteed. But if you take to Ananya Bhakti, success is 100% guaranteed. There's no doubt about that. Krishna is assuring. Even if you fall, even whatever may happen, but still you will succeed. There's no question of getting lost once you take to Ananya Bhakti. But other practices, you may or may not get success. That's the point. Yes, Aditi Lata Mataji.
So, Mataji, I just wanted to share two more examples, like Lord Brahma, when he promised that, when he gave the blessing that, he can't be killed by this. So, because of him, Krishna, kept his promise as Narasimhadev. And also through, and also Prahlad Maharaj, because Prahlad Maharaj said that yes, Krishna is there in the pillar, he came through the pillar.
Very nice. Thank you. And one more I remember is Narad Muni said that Nalakuvara and Manigriva, they will get darshan of Krishna. They will take birth in the courtyard. So Krishna came and he gave darshan and he delivered them like that. Yes. Thank you, Mataji. So now let's do Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 22. Bali Maharaj surrenders his life to Vamandev. If anyone remembers who's supposed to read, please let me know. Otherwise, we'll just begin all over again from the beginning. Don't remember? Okay, so we'll just start with Achintadev Prabhu or Achyut Priyamat. Okay, so Vamandev told Brahmaji that it's not that I'm punishing Bali Maharaj or anything. Actually, Bali Maharaj is a recipient of my mercy. That's why, in spite of all these difficulties, he has not gone back on his word. He's sticking to dharma. Even at this point, after losing everything, he's offering whatever is there, right? After giving everything, also still he does not want to go back. When the Lord said that you're a liar, you gave me only 2 steps, so he's offering his head. So his determination shows, in spite of losing everything, still he is determined to please the Lord. This shows that he has the mercy of the Lord, like that. And then the Lord told Bali Maharaj also that, see text 31, because of his great tolerance, I have given him a place not obtainable even by the demigods. He will become king of the heavenly planets during the period of the Manu known as Savarni. So I'm so pleased by his devotional service, by his tolerance, that I'm giving him a place which is not obtainable even by the demigods. He'll become the king of the heavenly planets. So he's right now he has occupied the heavenly planets. Of course, now he lost everything. The Lord took it back, but he occupied forcibly the heavenly planets. But now in the next Manvantara, he will actually be appointed by the Lord. In the next government, he will actually be appointed as Indra, the king of heavens. So it's not that I'm punishing him. I'm very pleased with him. That's the point. And then the Lord also gave Bali Maharaj Sutala planet. And what are the qualities of Sutala planet? Until next Manvantara, meanwhile, he shall live on the planet Sutala, which was made by Vishwakarma according to my order. By the way, even the Jagannath Puri temple is built by Vishwakarma, right? The Pandavas assembly hall is also built by Vishwakarma. So, yeah, but it is especially protected by me. Because it is especially protected by me, it is free from mental, bodily miseries, fatigue, dizziness, defeat, and all other disturbances. So, and the Lord is ordering Bali Maharaj, now you go and live there peacefully. And don't worry that somebody may come and attack you, because I will be there. You will always be under my protection. So, also at the same time, the Lord is assuring Brahmaji that it's not that I'm punishing him. Actually, I'm very pleased with him, like that. So I'm sending him to Sutala planet, and that Sutala planet is, I'm personally protecting it. And also there won't be, it's as good as heavens, or maybe even better, right? There are no miseries, no old age, no fatigue, and I'm there personally to protect from any enemies. So nothing to worry. So until, and in the next Manvantara, he will become Indra, the king of heavenly planets, like this. So we'll continue now. So Achit Priya Mataji, you can read. Indrasena Maharaja Yahi Bho Bhadramastute Sutalam Swargibhi Prathyam Gyatibhi Parivaritaha.
Oh, Bali Maharaj, Indrasena, now you may go to the planet Sutala, which is desired given by the demigods. Live there peacefully, surrounded by your friends and relatives. All good fortune unto you. Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
So the Lord had said, Bali, now you go to Sutala planet. So here also we are saying, O Bali Maharaj, Indrasena. He's called Bali Maharaj. Indrasena means Bali Maharaj. Now you may go to the planet Sutala, which is desired even by the demigods. That means that the Lord said, right? I am giving him something which even the demigods don't have, like that. So as I said, Bila Swarga means the Swarga which is on lower planets. On the earthly planets also you have Swarga. Lower planets also you have Swarga. It's not called Swarga, it's called Bila Swarga, because Swarga means that which is in the higher region. But they're also very, very opulent places, as good as Swarga in the upper planets. So you may go to Sutala, which is desired even by the demigods. And you can live there peacefully, surrounded by your friends and relatives. All good fortune unto you. Purport. Achintadev Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, purport. Bali Maharaj was transferred from the heavenly planet to the planet Sutala, which is hundreds of times better than heaven, as indicated by the words
Swargibihi Prarthyam.
when the Supreme Personality of Godhead deprived his devotee of material opulences, this does not mean that the Lord puts him into poverty. Rather, the Lord promotes him to a higher position. The Supreme Personality of Godhead did not ask Bali Maharaj to separate from his family. Instead, the Lord allowed him to stay with his family members.
Gyatibihi Parivaritaha. Yes. So the point to be noted here is, when the Lord takes away something from his devotee, it's not that by taking everything away, he's just making him a destitute, a poverty stricken orphan. No, it's not like that. Temporarily, sometimes it may appear like that, but that devotee has full confidence in the Lord. And that's what actually happens. By taking away something inferior, he's only going to give something much superior. You remember that pastime of we read in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Once baby Nimai was eating dirt, and Yashoda, Sachimata came and she said, so she's giving him nice sweetmeats, right? You take away, remove this dirt. Of course, there's a discussion there, but the point I'm trying to say is that when the mother sees the child eating dirt, she will take away that which is inferior and she will give something superior. So initially, when she chastises or she removes the dirt, the child may feel like, oh, right, my enjoyable thing is taken away. but actually she's going to give something much more delicious and which is actually nutritious, which will help nourishing your body. Like that, sometimes the Lord may take away our material opulence, our post, our name, fame, position, and for the time being we may feel deprived. But actually, when he takes away, it's not that he's putting us in a poverty stricken condition, he's making us, you know, like a destitute, right? With nobody, we are just on our. No, it's not like that. Under all circumstances, we are under the protection of the Lord. And he takes away only to give us something more. Take the example of Srila Prabhupada. So many failures, so many failures. And then what a success afterwards, right? All over the world, everybody took to Krishna consciousness. And even materially, the opulence was, it cannot be compared. Okay. So the Lord is saying. Also, another point is, the Lord kept him with his family. It's not like separated them, right? Kept him with the family members, all his associates, and lived peacefully there. That's why Srila Prabhupada says, work now, right? Work now, samadhi later. Because that's coming. Samadhi is coming later. And, now we have this time, this body, this energy, use it in Krishna's service. नत्वाम् अभिभविष्यन्ति लोकेशाः किम् उतापरे त्वच्छासनातिगान् दैत्यांश चक्रं मे सुदयिष्यति.
On the planet Sutala, not even the predominating deities of other planets, what to speak of ordinary people, would be able to conquer you. As far as the demons are concerned, if they transgress your rule, my disc will kill them.
Look at that. So nobody will be able to conquer you in Sutala planet. The planet is made on my order, and I'm there personally. My Sudarshan Chakra will take care of the demons. Anyone who transgresses your order, even the demons, Sudarshan Chakra is going to kill them. And demigods cannot come there. Even the predominating deities of other planets, they cannot come there and attack you. So you can live peacefully. Yeah. And what to speak of ordinary people, humans? Nobody can go. रक्षिष्ये सर्वतोऽहं त्वां सानुगं सपरिच्छदं सदा सन्निहितं वीरा तत्र मां द्रक्ष्यते भवान्.
Anita is not here, Mother.
Okay, so who's next? Kalpesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
O great hero, I shall always be with you and give you protection in all respects, along with your associates and peripheral. Moreover, you will always be able to see me there. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
O great hero, I shall always be with you and give you protection. Not that I'm sending my Sudarshan Chakra to take care of the demons when they transgress, not just the Sudarshan Chakra. I am personally going to be there with you. I shall always be with you and give you protection in all respects, not just to you, but to all your associates, all your paraphernalia. This is the result of becoming an Ananya Bhakta, offering everything to the Lord. Krishna assures, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Yejana Paripasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. Yogam and Kshemam. What is yoga? Yoga means whatever we are aspiring to get. And Kshema means whatever we already have, right? Whatever we have acquired. So whatever we are aspiring to get, he will get it for us. And what we already have accumulated, he will protect it. He will make sure that you don't lose what you have. And what you don't have, what you want, what you need, he will provide that for one who becomes an Ananya Bhakta. Therefore, Ananya Bhakta does not even have to think about how I will get my meal today and how I will survive in this world. What about my livelihood? What about my bills? He does not worry about it. He freely just does bhakti and he has full confidence. My Lord will take care of me. Rakshishyati iti vishwasaha. This is a symptom of sharanagati. My Lord will protect me under all circumstances. And then whatever, if he does not get, oh, the Lord said he will give and still I'm not getting. What is this? No. If he does not get, then tattenu kampa susamikshama bhunjana evatma kritam vipakam. Right? I am suffering because of my own past deeds. My Lord is so kind that he's giving me a token suffering. This is the consciousness of Ananya Bhakta. It cannot be imitated, but we can appreciate what is the consciousness of Ananya Bhakta. He will suffer all miseries, whatever miseries, but he'll never complain and he will still keep glorifying the Lord. How kind he is suffering on one hand terribly and he's glorifying the Lord. How merciful is my Lord? How great is my Lord? And when the devotee is like that, the Lord personally makes sure that he does not have any problems. Anything he'll personally carry, he says, for such a devotee. There's no rice in his house, he will carry on his back and he'll bring like that. So this is the relationship between the Lord and his devotee. So here we see Vamandev is telling Bali Maharaj, I shall always be with you and give you protection in all respects, along with your associates, your paraphernalia. I'll protect everything, your family members, your kingdom, and all your paraphernalia. I will protect. And not only that, my Sudarshan Chakra is there. I am personally there to protect you, and not that invisibly I'm protecting you. You can see me. I'm there in front of you, face to face. You can see me all the time. Look at that. Aditi Lata Mataji. Arunita's ready.
No. Mataji, I just wanted to share. So see, this is the reason why in the previous verse he was saying that this Sutala is much better than heaven, because in this place, because here there we see that whenever demigods are having any issues, Lord Brahma has to go somewhere to see Krishna, to Vishnu, but then he not always he sees also, he hears, the instruction in his heart. But whereas here he's saying that you will be able to see me always.
Yeah, from many angles. Sutala planet. And opulence is also. Actually, it is said when we read the 5th canto, the subterranean heavenly planets, it is called. Subterranean heavenly planets are more opulent than Swarga. That way also it is superior. It's more opulent. And as you said, especially now, because Bali Maharaj is there, and for Bali Maharaj, the Lord is there, his Sudarshan Chakra is there, he's personally, physically present, visible to everyone, and is giving full protection. So, no problems whatsoever. And it is free from old age, disease, tiredness, fatigue, and he's surrounded by his family members and his associates. Just day and night he can do Sankirtan happily. So, nice place. Sutala. So, anyone wants to go to Sutala? Why not? Association.
I was actually thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we like not because it is free from all these things, maybe, but really because we have Bali Maharaj, a devotee like, Bali Maharaj there, and association of Vaishnava.
Plus, bodily also, Mataji, there is no misery, bodily misery, like the material body. So that way we can do devotional service much more. Here, whereas we are having this ache, this problem, that problem. Maybe that is also, you will say that is also beneficial because we are doing it more intensely. That is the reason we are here. That is true.
Yeah, that's true also, actually, because, the lower planets, well, because this is like a Swarga. The problem with Swarga is the bodies are made for enjoyment. There's so much pleasure, no pain, that you don't have the impetus to take shelter of Krishna, to chant Hare Krishna, because you had so much lost in pleasure. And in the hellish planets, it's called Yatana Sharir. The body is made to suffer. So much suffering, you literally faint out of pain and suffering and fear. So there you cannot even think of Krishna there. So therefore it is said that human body on the earthly planet is the best, because you have a good proportion of suffering and comforts where you are able to actually take shelter of Krishna. So that's what Shastra says. But if we at all want to go to Sutala, it would be because of Bali Maharaj's association, because of a great Mahajan there. So under the leadership of a Vaishnava, we can progress in our bhakti properly. That would be the only reason. Text 36. Tatra danava daityanam sangate bhava asuraha drishtva mad anubhavam vai sadyah kunto vinangshati. So next is Lokesh.
Because there you will see my supreme prowess, your materialistic ideas and anxieties that have arisen from your association with the demons and Dhanavas will immediately vanquish.
Further, the Lord is saying, because there you will see my supreme prowess. The Lord is personally there, visible to Bali Maharaj and everyone is there. So because there you will see my supreme prowess, your materialistic ideas and anxieties that have arisen from your association with the demons and Danavas will immediately vanquish. So this is another advantage, right? So association matters, isn't it? We are devotees we are trying to practice devotional service, and if we are surrounded by materialistic people whose goals are materialistic, then there's danger. It's danger because initially when you are first coming, if you're visiting somebody, let's say you're visiting family who are not devotees, relatives, right? And you're staying there. So coming away from here, from devotee association, first, yes, you'll try to, continue. But if you stay there for a long time, it's quite possible that you'll be influenced by their association and your devotional service becomes weak. You can start compromising on your devotional service. On the contrary, if you're in the association of seriously practicing devotees, then initially, even though we may have our samskaras from materialistic samskaras, but when we uh, come in the association of devotees, then by that influence we will start making our samskaras in devotional service. That means we'll become more serious in devotional service. So the point is, association is very, very important. What type of association we are in, that has a great impact on the type of devotional service we are performing. So the Lord is saying, just like just now we were discussing, if you are in heavenly planets, everything is so comfortable, so many pleasures. You may not have the drive to do devotional service because everything is so comfortable. So similarly, Bali Maharaj's planet Sutala is also like that. Everything is so comfortable, surrounded by friends and family and party all the time, right? So how you will take care, call out to Krishna all the time. So the Lord is saying, whatever negative influence may be there because of your association with demons, that will be gone because of my personal presence. You will be getting my association. I am personally there. The Lord is there. So because of that, any effect of negative effect of the demons will be immediately vanquished. Immediately vanquished. Like Shipram Bhavati. Very soon, immediately. So because there you will see my supreme prowess, your materialistic ideas and anxieties that have arisen from your association with the demons and Danavas will immediately be vanquished. Purport. Sonia Mataji, you're going to read?
Yes, Mataji. I'm
Read the
just
purport.
going to make screen bigger.
Bigger.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
The Lord assumed Bali Maharaja of all protection, and finally the Lord assured him of protection from the effect of bad association with the demons. Bali Maharaja certainly became an exalted devotee, but he was somewhat anxious because his association was not purely devotional. The Supreme Personality of Godhead therefore assured him that his demonic mentality would be annihilated. In other words, by association of devotee, the demonic mentality is vanquished.
Satam prasangan mama virya samvido bhavanti hrit karna rasayana kathaha. Bhagavatam 3:25-25.
Should I continue?
Yes.
When a demon associate with devotee, engage in glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he gradually become a pure devotee. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of 8th canto, 22nd chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled
Bali Maharaj, surrender.
My screen is Surrender His Life.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you. So, Hare Krishna. So the Lord assured Bali Maharaj. So Bali Maharaj may be having some fear in his heart that I don't have any devotee association, isn't it? I'm simply surrounded by demons. They are not devotees. Simply surrounded by demons. How will I be protected from that association? So the Lord is assuring, don't worry, even though you'll be surrounded by demons and family members, but I will be there with you. So your that bad association is not going to affect you. Like that, the Lord is assuring Bali Maharaj, don't worry about the association part. And Srila Prabhupada is explaining, bad association can be counteracted by devotee association. That's the point. Demoniac mentality would be annihilated. By the association of devotees, demoniac mentality is vanquished. So that's why we should always seek out devotee association. Come to the place where devotees are gathering together to glorify the Lord. Spend your time there, all your time, because there, whatever demonic mentality we may have, that will be vanquished. And similarly, if a demon associates with devotees engaged in glorifying the Supreme Lord, he also becomes a pure devotee. I may not even be a devotee. So if I am concerned about somebody else, I want that person to be a devotee, make sure that that person is in the association of devotees. Then even a demon can turn into a pure devotee. This is a fact. It is a fact. Chapter 23. The demigods regain the heavenly planets. Okay, I'll just read the introduction, not introduction, this is the summary, and then we can continue. This chapter describes how Bali Maharaj, along with his grandfather Prahlad Maharaj, entered the planet Sutala, and how the Supreme Personality of Godhead allowed Indra to re-enter the heavenly planet. So that's this chapter. How Bali Maharaj, along with Prahlad Maharaj, enters Sutala, and how Indra enters heaven, re-enters heaven. The great soul Bali Maharaj experienced that the highest gain in life is to attain devotional service under the shelter of the Lord's lotus feet in full surrender. This is Bali Maharaj's experience. The highest gain in life is to attain devotional service under the shelter of the Lord's lotus feet in full surrender. Being fixed in this conclusion, his heart full of ecstatic devotion and his eyes full of tears, he offered obeisances to the personality of Godhead and then, with his associates, entered the planet known as Sutala. Thus, the Supreme Personality of Godhead satisfied the desire of Aditi. What was Aditi's desire? That her sons, the demigods, were driven out of their homes. So she was very sad and she prayed to Kashyap Muni. Kashyap Muni told her to do the Payovrata. She did the Payovrata and the Lord appeared and she pleaded in front of the Lord. So the Lord said, now is not the time to attack the demons, because Bali is very powerful, being blessed by the Brahmanas. I don't go against the word of the Brahmanas. The Brahmanas have given a blessing. I don't take away the blessing of Brahmanas. So just wait for the time being. But I will think of I'm coming with another solution, and then I will come to you as your son Vamana, and then appearing as Vamandev. Now the Lord has come to Bali, taken the kingdom back, heavens back from Bali, and now giving it to the demigods. So the Supreme Lord satisfied the desire of Aditi and reinstalled Lord Indra. Prahlad Maharaj, being aware of Bali's release from arrest, then described the transcendental pastime of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in this material world. So Prahlad Maharaj is describing the pastime of the Supreme Lord in the material world. Prahlad Maharaj praised the Supreme Lord for creating the material world, for being equal to everyone, and for being extremely liberal to the devotees, just like a desire tree. Indeed, Prahlad Maharaj said that the Lord is kind not only to his devotees but also to the demons. In this way, he described the unlimited causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then, with folded hands, he offered his respectful obeisances unto the Lord, and after circumambulating the Lord, he also entered the planet Sutala in accordance with the Lord's order. So, the Lord ordered that Bali Maharaj, along with his whole family, so even Prahlad Maharaj also entered. The Lord then ordered Shukracharya to describe Bali Maharaj's faults and discrepancies in executing the sacrificial ceremony. Shukracharya became free from fruitive actions by chanting the holy name of the Lord, and he explained how chanting can diminish all the faults of the conditioned soul. He then completed Bali Maharaj's sacrificial ceremony. All the great saintly persons accepted Lord Vamandev as the benefactor of Lord Indra because he had returned Indra to his heavenly planet. They accepted the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the maintainer of all the affairs of the universe. Being very happy, Indra, along with his associates, placed Vamandev before him and re entered the heavenly planet in their airplane. Having seen the wonderful activities of Lord Vishnu in the sacrificial arena of Bali Maharaj, all the demigods, saintly persons, pitas, bhutas, and siddhas glorified the Lord again and again. The chapter concludes by saying that the most auspicious function of the conditioned soul is to chant and hear about the glorious activities of Lord Vishnu. We'll continue now. Chapter 23, text 1. Sri Shuka Uvacha Ityuktavantam Purusham Puratanam Mahanubhavokhila Sadhu Sammataha Baddhanjalir Bashpakala Kulekshano Bhaktyutkalo Gadgadaya Gira Bravit. So next is, one second. Medha and Usha Mataji, if you are able to read. Okay, Madhava Rasapri afterwards. Okay, Madhava, go ahead.
Today Goswami said, when the Supreme Ancient Eternal Personality of Godhead had thus spoken to Bali Maharaj, who was universally accepted as a pure devotee of the Lord, and therefore a great soul, Bali Maharaj, his eyes filled with tears, his hands folded, and his voice faltering in a devotional ecstasy, responded as follows.
Sukadev Goswami said, when the Supreme Ancient Eternal Personality of Godhead had thus spoken to Bali Maharaj, who is universally accepted as a pure devotee of the Lord, and therefore a great soul, Bali Maharaj, his eyes filled with tears, his hands folded, and his voice faltering in devotional ecstasy, responded as follows. So Bali Maharaj is universally accepted as a pure devotee of the Lord. Universally, everyone, both the demons, demigods, everybody accepted Bali Maharaj as a pure devotee. And because he's a pure devotee and is accepted like that by everyone, therefore he's a great soul, right? So the highest is a devotee. You have other grades of transcendentalists, but the highest is a pure devotee. So because Bali Maharaj is recognized as a pure devotee, he is a great soul. So such Bali Maharaj, after the Lord spoke, what did the Lord say? That you go to Sutala planet, and I will be there with you, and I will give you protection. You won't have any problems, like that. When the Lord said like this, how did Bali Maharaj respond? With his heart filled with love, filled with gratitude. and his eyes filled with tears, hands folded in devotional ecstasy, he began to speak to the Lord. What did Bali Maharaj say? Sri Baliruvacha aho pranamaya kritah samudyamah prapanna bhaktartha vidhau samahitah yallokapalaistvadanugраho marair alabdha purvopasade sure vrititah. Okay, Rasapriya.
Bali Maharaj said, "What a wonderful effect there is in even attempting to offer respectful obeisances to you. I merely endeavored to offer you obeisances, but nonetheless your attempt was as successful as those of pure devotees. Because of mercy you have shown to me, a fallen demon, who was never achieved even by the demigods or the leaders of the various clans."
Yes. So how is Bali Maharaj beginning his prayer? What a wonderful effect it has in even attempting to offer respectful obeisances to the Lord. Not doing it. This is the beauty of bhakti, right? This is the difference between karma and bhakti. In karma, if you simply desire to do, like you think, I want to be the president of America, you desire, right? You have this sankalpa, but you have not done anything about it. Do you enjoy the position of the president of US? No. So many times we see people have so many desires. Somebody wants to become a movie star. Somebody wants to, become Miss Universe, or someone wants to become the president or prime minister. They dream also that they are there and they're doing this and that. But that does not give you any result. But for karma, you have to actually do it, and not just do it, you have to complete it. And still there is no guarantee that you will get the result. Still there is no guarantee. But in bhakti, simply you're thinking, that itself is counted. You have that sankalpa, right? You want to do it. That itself is counted. Bhavagrahi Janardana. Krishna is looking at your bhava. Of course, you can say, oh, I thought in my mind, but that means again there's cheating. Naturally, if you desire to do, you will endeavor also. That will happen. So we cannot cheat the Lord, of course. Remember. But if you are sincerely desiring to do something and for some reason you are not able to do, still it is counted. So Bali Maharaj is here saying, my God, what a wonderful effect it has. I only endeavored, I attempted to offer respectful obeisances to you, my Lord, and simply this attempt itself is having such a wonderful effect. And the result that I'm getting by this is something which even the demigods or the leaders of other planets, the predominating deities of other planets, they cannot expect to get this type of result. I didn't even do anything. I only attempted. And what a result I'm getting. I'm going to get your audience. You're going to be with me all the time. And materially also completely, right? The best position. So what a wonderful effect it has. Devotional service. Bhakti has such a wonderful effect. Bali Maharaj is glorifying that. Purport. So now Sonia Mataji read. So Veda, are you able to read? Not ready?
Mataji, should I read the
Purport. Yes.
When Vamandev appeared before Bali Maharaj immediately wanted to offer him respectful obeisances, but he was unable to do so because of the presence of Sukracharya and other demonic associates. The Lord is so merciful, however, that although Bali Maharaj did not actually offer obeisances, but only endeavored to do so within his mind, the Supreme Personality of Godhead blessed him with more mercy than even the demigods could ever expect. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 2.4, 2.40,
Svalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat.
Even a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is known as Bhavagrihi Janardana because he takes only the essence of a devotee's attitude.
If a devotee sincerely surrenders, the Lord as the super soul is in everyone's heart, immediately understands this. Thus, even though externally a devotee may not render full service, if he is internally sincere and serious, the Lord welcomes his service nonetheless. Thus, the Lord is known as Bhavagrahi Janardana,
Bhavagrahi.
Bhavagrahi Janardana, because he takes the essence of one's devotional mentality.
So we cannot cheat the Lord, right? He's not looking at the externals alone. But at the same time, the externals are, they are the, as it is said, face is the index of the mind, they say, right? So like that, the external activities that you do is a reflection of your consciousness in the heart. But sometimes you desire, but you have some obstacles externally because of which you're not able to do. You're not able to bow down before the Lord because of, but in your heart, you actually want to do it. And Krishna takes only the essence, right? Whereas in karma, it is not like that. Karma is different. When you work for a boss or for your teacher in school or at work, externals have to be there. You cannot say that I wanted to do this, I wanted to complete this project, but because of so many circumstances, I was not able to do, but I really wanted to do it. You're not going to get paid for that. You have to finish the project. But with Krishna, if you sincerely desire to do something, even if you're not able to come, so many examples we have, so many examples. Krishna is very, very loving. You take the example of Jatayu. Jatayu failed, right? He failed in protecting Sita. Ravana was taking away Sita, and Jatayu fought, but he was not able to save Sita. Ravana took Sita and went away. So he didn't get the result, right? But still, the Lord was so pleased with Jatayu. He was weeping, seeing the love of Jatayu, devotion of Jatayu. He personally did the final rites of Jatayu and sent him back to Godhead. Krishna takes the essence, not the result. So we have to be very sincere, but at the same time, we cannot cheat, thinking that, okay, in my mind I will think and externally I will do other things, because simply by doing in the mind it is sufficient. No, you cannot do that. If you say, if I'm thinking in my mind but externally I'm doing something, there cannot be any duratmata, right? Duratmata means this cheating propensity, wickedness in the heart. If we have that, then that becomes offense. That becomes offense. And if you have offense, how you'll please the Lord? But you're genuinely trying, but it didn't happen because of external circumstances. The Lord doesn't care for those external He doesn't care for whether you're doing it externally or not. He sees what is your intention. That's called bhavagrahi. Bhavagrahi means he wants to see what is your intention in the heart. So if you try, if you give, and that's what our spiritual masters also tell us, if you give your 100%, I am satisfied. Never mind the result. But are we giving our 100%? That we have to check. Are we giving or are we trying to cheat? That we have to check. Because nobody can cheat the Lord. Okay. So here, Bali Maharaj's case, what is said that Bali Maharaj wanted to, he's a devotee, he wanted to bow down before Vamandev when he came. But because Shukracharya was there, right, he was not able to bow down. So therefore, in the conversation also, you will see, he never says, this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We should surrender everything to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. No, he was always speaking on the point, this is a Brahmana, this is a Brahmachari, and on moral principles, right, truthfulness. He spoke like that, on Dharma. I gave my word, I cannot go back on my word. He's not saying this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we are supposed to. He's not speaking on the level of bhakti there, because Shukracharya was there, isn't it? So that's why, but what was in his heart? Remember, there also in the purport, Srila Prabhupada said, immediately he decided, when he heard from Shukracharya, this is the Supreme Lord, I must surrender everything to the Supreme Lord. He decided it then and there. I will give everything. So therefore, even when Shukracharya said so many arguments, he said, no, no, no. And he also gave counter arguments on dharma. But in his heart, he had decided, this is my Lord, I must surrender everything to the Lord. So he wanted to offer obeisances to Vamandev. As soon as he came to you remember, when he entered, he looked like a sun, many, many suns, so brilliant, so effulgent. He wanted to offer obeisances, but he didn't offer obeisances yet because of Shukracharya. Like that. Okay, so maybe we can stop here. It is 7:58. So Usha Mataji will read tomorrow if Mataji is there, and then we'll continue from there. So let's read Bhagavad Gita and Leelamrita also. We have a couple more minutes.
Mataji, I got a point why we should not aspire to go to Sutala planet.
Why we should
not aspire to go to Sutala planet, although it is favorable.
Okay.
Because if we are aspiring, it is like Vaikuntha, and Vishnu is seen as with awe and reverence, right? That's his form. And so if we go there, then our consciousness will become like that, and we can, even if we are liberated after that, we will go to Vaikuntha. But when we want to go to Goloka because we want to participate with, his as a, his associates and with Krishna. So that we won't get if we go there. So from here we should aspire for Goloka.
Yeah, so we should aspire for the association of Brajbasis wherever they may be. If there are any Brajbasis there, then we'll be happy to be there. Yes, thank you, Mataji. Okay, so let's read Bhagavad Gita and Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita. Kshipram Bhavati Dharmatma? No. This one, chapter 18. I think I didn't bookmark it yesterday, or maybe we haven't been reading for a while. Yes, I'm supposed to read the purport every day. I'm just postponing it because anyway, I'll just read it today. So we are reading Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharmat Swanushthitat Swabhava Niyatam Karma Kurvan Apnoti Kilbisham. It is better to engage in one's own occupation, even though one may perform it imperfectly, than to accept another's occupation and perform it perfectly. Duties prescribed according to one's own nature are never affected by sinful reactions. The context is the three types of people, Brahmana, Kshatriya, four types according to three modes. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Each one has duties. We saw what are the duties and qualities of Brahmana, of Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. So, if somebody does the duties which are prescribed to him according to his nature, there won't be any sinful reaction. That was said. So, then you may think that someone else's duties is more attractive. Let me do that. No, that's not required. Even if you are able to do someone else's duty better, but according to your nature, this duty has been prescribed to you. You stick to your duty, even though you're not good at it. You do that duty only, and by sticking to your duty, you will get liberation, not by doing someone else's duty nicely. Duties that are prescribed according to one's nature are never affected by sinful reaction. So one's occupational duty is prescribed in Bhagavad Gita, as already discussed in previous verses. The duties of Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra are prescribed according to their particular modes of nature. One should not imitate another's duty. A man who is by nature attracted to the kind of work done by Shudras should not artificially claim to be a Brahmana, although he may have been born into a Brahmana family. So the nature is important. What is your nature? In this way, one should work according to his own nature. No work is abominable. Don't think that this is superior, this is inferior. No. The important thing is you should be engaged in devotional service. A Brahmana can be engaged in devotional service. Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra also can be engaged in devotional service. Whatever work is prescribed to you according to your nature, do that work for the Lord. Offer it to the Lord, right? Offer. Sakalam Narayanaya Samarpayati. Offer it to the Lord. By this, you are entering into bhakti. And then you do some sakshat bhakti direct, along with that, chant Hare Krishna. That's your perfection. It's not about someone is better and someone is less. On devotional platform, everyone is transcendental, so there's no higher and lower. If there is higher and lower, it is on the basis of your bhakti. So in this way, one should work according to his own nature. No work is abominable if performed in the service of the Supreme Lord. The occupational duty of a Brahmana is certainly in the mode of goodness, but if a person is not by nature in the mode of goodness, he should not imitate the occupational duty of a Brahmana. For a Kshatriya or administrator, there are so many abominable things. A Kshatriya has to be violent to kill his enemies, and sometimes a Kshatriya has to tell lies for the sake of diplomacy. Such violence and duplicity accompany political affairs. But a Kshatriya is not supposed to give up his occupational duty and try to perform the duties of a Brahmana because, oh, Brahmanas don't have to tell lies. This is a good job. Let me do that. But by nature, you are a Kshatriya. Don't copy a Brahmana. One should act to satisfy the Supreme Lord. For example, Arjun was a Kshatriya, he was hesitating to fight the other party. But if such fighting is performed for the sake of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there need be no fear of degradation. In the business field also, sometimes a merchant has to tell so many lies to make a profit. If he does not do so, there can be no profit. Sometimes a merchant says, "Oh, my dear customer, for you I am making no profit." But one should know that without profit, the merchant cannot exist. Therefore, it should be taken as a simple lie if a merchant says that he is not making a profit. But the merchant should not think that because he is engaged in an occupation in which the telling of lies is compulsory, he should give up his profession and pursue the profession of a Brahmana. That is not recommended. Whether one is a Kshatriya, a Vaishya, or a Shudra, it doesn't matter. If he serves by his work the Supreme Personality of Godhead. With his work, he should serve the Supreme Lord. That is important. Even Brahmanas who perform different types of sacrifice sometimes must kill animals because sometimes animals are sacrificed in such ceremonies. Similarly, if a Kshatriya engaged in his own occupation kills an enemy, there is no sin incurred. In the third chapter, these matters have been clearly and elaborately explained. Every man should work for the purpose of Yajna or for Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Anything done for personal sense gratification is a cause of bondage. The conclusion is that everyone should be engaged according to the particular mode of nature he has acquired, and he should decide to work only to serve the supreme cause of the Supreme Lord. So, this is what happens in a Varnashram society. In the Varnashram society, the center is Lord Vishnu. There is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. There are duties for all the four orders, and by their duties, they offer all their work. Whatever work they do, they bring it and offer it to Lord Vishnu. Whoever, whichever part of the society you may be, everyone offers everything to the Lord. And such a society is a progressive society. You are progressing in your spiritual life. And if you're progressive in spiritual life, materially everything will be provided also. There won't be any scarcity. So the point is there is no sin if you do your own duties. Don't be don't worry that if I do this duty I will get sin. No. When a warrior goes into the battlefield and kills the soldiers, then he's not getting a sin for that. He's not getting a sin. But the same soldier, when he comes to his country and then to his kingdom, and then if he kills his neighbor or someone else, then he will be punished for that. But on behalf for dharma, when he's fighting, there is no sin. Aditi Lata Mataji.
Mataji, so if a person like in the purport it mentions if a person is doesn't want to lie and therefore he's thinking that let me become a brahmana because that is good, but then that isn't that his nature because and that's what he needs to follow. If he doesn't want to lie, that means his nature is he's having a quality of brahmana, so shouldn't he be brahmana then?
Well, you should see why he doesn't want to lie. Is he having all the other qualities of a Brahmana? Is he cleanliness and simple living, religiousness? All these things are also there in him or not? You have to see. Or is he trying to do that because I want to avoid the sinful reaction? Is that why he's trying to skip, avoid that? So nature means he's naturally attracted to that type of work. He does not lie ever. He's natural. So that will be known when he's little young only. You can see that he has. That is why When you go to Gurukula, the guru recognizes the nature of the student and then trains him accordingly in that particular field. So then he gets his duties according to that. Now, by doing your duty, that particular job that you get, and offer that job to the whatever you're doing, do that work and offer the results to the Lord. That is my nature. And now, based on this, I will offer to the Lord. Most important thing is connecting with the Lord in devotional service, not to get concerned about what is punya, what is papa, right? Again, punya papa within your realm, whatever duties are given to you in that, there is, it is said you shouldn't do this, right? There is vikarma, so don't do vikarma, that is there. But things which are within the duties prescribed, even if it is considered, if this person doesn't want to lie because he's afraid that by lying he will get sinful reaction, this verse is saying, no, you don't get sinful reaction because that is part of your dharma. You don't have to worry. That's the point. But you're saying if he doesn't want to lie, that means he's a brahmana, not by one quality. You have to look at other qualities also. Does he have all the qualities of a brahmana or not? So, yeah, it's 8, 9. I'll read one paragraph of Lila Amrita, otherwise we'll lose touch. I'm sorry for keeping you. Bookmark. Srila Prabhupada Lila Amrita continuation. We are in the next chapter now. So Srila Prabhupada has to print now. That's the, so he went, remember, he went to Lucknow. We read yesterday, right? So, and then Hanuman Poddar, he agreed. So Indian printers do not always require full payment before they begin a job, provided they receive a substantial advance payment. After the job is printed and bound, a customer who has not made the complete payment takes a portion of books commensurate to what he has paid, and after selling those books, he uses his profit to buy more. Bhaktivedanta Swami estimated that printing one volume would cost 7,000 rupees. So he was 3,000 short. He got 4,000. He raised a few hundred rupees more by going door to door throughout Delhi. Can you imagine? Srila Prabhupada going door to door begging for some rupees to print the Bhagavatam. Then he went back to Radha Press and asked Hitsaran Sharma to begin. Mr. Sharma agreed. Radha Press had already produced much of the first 2 chapters when Bhaktivedanta Swami objected that the type was not large enough. He wanted 12-point type, but the Radha Press had only 10-point. So Mr. Sharma agreed to take the work to another printer, Mr. Gautam Sharma of OK Press. One more paragraph. In printing Bhaktivedanta Swami's volume 1 of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, OK Press printed 4 book pages twice on a side of one sheet of paper 20 by 26 inches. Anyway, I'll stop this here because I'm trying to rush and I think I have to read slowly and understand. So I'll stop here. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. All of you have a wonderful day in Krishna consciousness. We will continue tomorrow. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Mataji.